basketball right now.
We do, David. East semis. Cleveland's won 3 in a row over Detroit, putting the top-seeded Pistons on the Cavs down 3 at the half. First possession after recess. Cunningham, splash. 5 for 10 from deep was Cade. 21 points, 8 dimes. Pistons up 6, and then they dialed up the defense. J.B. Bickerstaff said post-game it's going to be the defense that carries us. We're going to physically be legally handsy. Asar Thompson with an insane block there, and then 5 to play in the third. Pistons doing work on the glass. Off the miss. Paul Reed, Duncan Robinson play a little hot potato. Ultimately, Thompson settles, gets the ball back to Reed, who had everything going for him Friday. Wills it in. Bucket and one. Reed just watches it hang on the rim. For no exaggeration, 3 full seconds. That was nearly a stop. Pistons up 10 after the made free throw. Second chance points weren't lopsided statistically for Detroit. They just felt very timely. Another missed 3, another second chance bucket. This 3 the new fashion way for Duncan Robinson. He missed game 5. He was everywhere Friday, including here off the miss. Going up court. Ultimately, Robinson finds Reed for a wide open layup. Reed, a DNP coach's decision, games 1 and 2. He had 17 and 6 off the bench. Pistons up 14 after 3. Early fourth, still up 14. Robinson, 3 of his 14 in 20 minutes off the bench. Hey, if you made the 2.5-hour drive from Detroit, this was worth the trip. Under 7 left. This embodies the Cavs' evening. James Harden misses. He had 23 points, and he stays on the court. At this point, you assume there's some measure of perspiration. Well, off the offensive board, Harden gets it back. He's eventually fouled. Okay, sideline out of bounds. But keep in mind where Harden was laying on the floor. Ensuing inbound, Dean Wade slips right there. Tobias Harris is gifted an uncontested dunk. 2 of Detroit's 28 points off turnovers. They win by 21 to force a Game 7 Sunday. You might be surprised at the lopsided final score. Jalen Duren is not.
That's what we've been all season. Back against the wall. We keep swinging. Obviously, the world's seen it in the last series. We just keep fighting, man. We go down. We don't lay down, but we go down, and the world probably is doubting us. Probably think that it's over, but man, this locker room, we all believe in each other. We always think we got a chance.
It's gonna be a lot of energy. It's gonna be a madhouse in there. The crowd is going to play as well. They want to insert themselves in the game. I know that, so it's going to be a fun environment for us, and we're excited to get back to the crib.
Yeah, it'll be a fun environment, and history's on their side. For the second time in as many rounds, the Pistons force a Game 7 at home, which is important. Detroit's a perfect 5-0 in home Game 7s all time. Coincidentally, it's tied with Cleveland for the most wins without a loss in that spot in NBA history. Donovan Mitchell, that is a hard task ahead Sunday.
Everything you want is on the other side of hard. Nothing good comes easy. You know what I mean? That's kind of how you have to look at it. We could sit here and dwell on this and carry that into Sunday. What's that going to do for us, right? So understand we have an opportunity. We missed it. Now we have another opportunity on Sunday, and that's the mindset.
Monica McNutt, in one way, Mitchell's right. Game 7 is on the other side of hard. The Pistons made life hard for the Cavs in Game 6. How did Detroit take control Friday night?
Well, let's stay with that theme, shall we, Phil? It was entirely too hard for the Cavs to hold on to the basketball. Again, a night where they put up 25 points off of turnovers, or 28 points, off of turnovers, and they give up 48 points in the paint. Like, it is way too hard for them himself. This is just his second double-double of this series. You can even throw in some love for Paul Reed, especially when I don't know what is with them and holding on to the basketball, Phil. Like, the turnover thing is really baffling, but you got to give this Pistons defense credit.
Going right to the rack at full volume. Knocked down 5 of his 6 shots in the quarter. Set a career high with 5 threes on the night. 14 points, his most in any quarter of the season. Second quarter, here comes Dylan Harper. The San Antonio team has plenty of guys coming off the bench, on the floor at all times. Moments later, off the miss. De'Aaron Fox to Victor Wembanyama. Gets pushed, makes the foul shot. So that's a 5-0 run. That would grow. Next, Castle finds Wemby. And rears back and throws it in off the window. It's a 7-zip run. Next Spurs possession. Carter Bryant gonna miss. Stephon Castle, give me that. And one. He had 32 points and 11 rebounds. A 10-0 run. A minute later, Wembanyama to Devin Vassell. 14 straight points. They're not done. Next Spurs possession. They're in a hurry. There's Carter Bryant throwing down 16 straight. And how about one more?
One-way traffic.
Harper spins and finger rolls it home. The Spurs open up the second quarter on a 20-0 run. They led by 13 at the break. They cracked it wide open in the third, and it was a romp by the midway through the fourth. And there's Ant congratulating them with 8 minutes to go. Spurs win by 30. They get the Thunder next, and the Wolves go home.
You see anything consistent, Ant, across 2 years ago the West Finals, last year's West Finals, this year's West Finals, like the biggest or West semis? The biggest thing that's maybe causing you guys to come up short in these series, or like one thing that you're seeing again and again that's making it tough?
Good question. No comment.
I understand the general expectations of what we were supposed to do in October aren't necessarily aligned with where we're at right now. So if that's your question, I would guess by general consensus then ahead of that schedule. But we never talked about what we were going to be or what we were going to do. We just knew that we had a lot of potential and we were going to try to be the best team we can be.
I just hope his voice gets
He's got a
next
couple
series.
days.
Spurs Thunder Conference Finals. Here's what they did in the season series. The Spurs put the league on notice early this season, beat the Thunder in their first 3 meetings. Once by 15 points, another time by 20. But the reigning MVP wasn't going to stay quiet the whole year. In their fourth meeting, SGA dropped 34 on him, even did his best Wemby impression, blocked 4 shots. Look at him swatting. For the Spurs, it was their third fewest points in a game this season. Their last meeting of the season was a Spurs win, but OKC sat most of their stars. San Antonio finished the season 4-1 against OKC, making them the only team with a winning